Dr. Lisa, launch your income. Come on in, friends. We are going to talk all things going live. I'm trying to fix my hair. There we go. Thank you so much for joining the live. We're going to get to talking and chatting. I appreciate you coming on in. And let me know where you're from. This is all about our launch week. We are doing it, friends. So I'm so excited, so excited. I'm gonna recap all that's happened in this last week. It's been a good thing. So obviously very busy, and we are still busy. Still busyness going on. Um, as I take a look at my other platforms, you guys will see that in real time, putting everything up and running. Um, so, yes, it's been a busy time for all of us. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. And make sure I'm answering questions as well. There are a few people who are going to trail off soon. Um, so, okay. Let me go checking some systems real quick. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. Appreciate you. So we just want to see something real quick. And so we are doing it. Okay. All right. Thank you all for joining the live. Appreciate you joining. Let me know where you're from. If you are listening, I appreciate you coming on in. I am setting up my screen still. So I appreciate you all coming in. Let me know where you're from. We're going to get to talking and chatting. If this is my go live, we are talking all about Launch Your Income Agency. It is a TikTok creator network agency. I was approved last week, and we have a total of 45 people who are actively in the community. We had 60 invites we sent out, so we have some people who still have to do trials as well as accept the invites. This community in 1 week, when I say 1 week, it has grown. I am just overjoyed. And so it's an exciting thing. So thank you so much. We're going to talk about that. If you are new to my live, go ahead and click the like button. Let me know you're here. Click like. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, click subscribe so you can know when I go live, when I post, and you can come and engage and ask questions. What I teach, I'm a live coach, live streaming coach, live host coach. And so I help you go live. I actually am an approved agency by TikTok. I'm going to co-stream in a second, where I am an agency that invites people to come and join for free. It's a free program. If you are going to be a live host, so you get training, you get support when it comes to your account being banned, all of that, where an agency can submit can advocate on your behalf. That's the word, advocacy. That's what I'm looking for. So I can advocate on your behalf. So the goal is for you to go live, and that's what I teach. So let me know if you have questions. I am just getting started, so we're gonna have to get moving because this is gonna be a long day. I was looking at my systems, and I need to check one thing. I think I have meetings back to back, so I gotta make sure I'm not missing meetings. Thank you all for being here. Like, I'm very active in this process. I want to help people in the way I want it to be helped. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't see that type of support and advocacy, so I'm like, you know what? I am going to give it. So that's what I'm doing. All right, friends. So let's get going. If you're new to my live, go ahead and put new in the chats. Go ahead and say hello, good morning, happy Saturday. And if you are If you are still been here before, say hello as well. So I appreciate you all joining. We're gonna get to talking and chatting. And what I am going to do is actually go live on TikTok. I'm gonna try to go live a little earlier. I see where people were putting comments in my group chat, so I gotta go back and respond to comments. So I'll do that as well. Are we still sparkling? I think we're gonna sparkle a little longer, y'all. We're gonna sparkle like a diamond. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sparkle just like a diamond. I I like the sparkle. So I appreciate you all being here. If you are new to my live, go ahead and click like, comment, hello, good morning, and then subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscriber button, and that way you know when you can click the bell as well. Hello, thank you so much, AIM, AIM. Thank you for saying hello. That's all you have to do, people. It is Saturday morning. I know we're tired. The week was hard, but we are here now. You are engaging. Go ahead and say like, click the like and say good morning. How are you? And then we're going to talk. I'm going to talk about the Creator Network program. You guys are going to see me go live on TikTok in a second. I'm going to do a post stream. This becomes a playlist. So that's what essentially happens. I'm recording so I can make this public so people can get this great information I share. I give tips and strategies on the platform, understanding the go live process. I talk about TikTok shop if people are interested in that as well. So there's a couple ways you can get good information. It just depends on what you're trying to do with your live stream. And then ultimately, because I'm an agency, I get guidance and um, different opportunities from TikTok that I can share with my community. We're going to meet tomorrow. So if you become a member, you have to come over to TikTok, click my application to see if you're eligible. And then we're going to go ahead and do a Zoom meeting. So it's going to be over Zoom tomorrow at 6:30. So all that's available to you. I'm just giving a lot of information. The goal is for y'all to go live and keep going live. That's what TikTok wants, and I'm supporting that journey. So that's what we're doing, friends. All right, let me get to going. I'm going live on TikTok as we speak. I'm going to sparkle a little bit more today. My pen's in the way because I have the sparkle effect on. So that's why I'm sparkling. Just in case y'all like, what's your name? I sparkle. Good morning, YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I am here. I am going live. I appreciate all of you coming into the room. This is going to be my go live. We're going to talk all about the Launch Your Income Agency. And then if you have questions, come on in. We're going to get to talking, chatting, and I'll answer questions. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you coming on in and saying hello. Come on in, friends. How you doing? All who are joining the live, when you come in, go ahead. How you, Chantal? I had to clap for you, friend. How you doing? Thank you for that daily heart me. That is a cheer for you because you did your thing yesterday. You did that battle. That was awesome. I enjoyed it. You guys had me. Oh my gosh, how you doing? Quetta. Quetta. Hey, Quetta. um, yes, good morning, friend. Yes, I so enjoyed you guys. I was in. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say Chantal and Rhonda. Rhonda, hopefully she comes in shortly too. You guys, I'm so proud of you all because y'all did it. Y'all did it with such, enthusiasm. You had your community going. I loved your energy. I loved your music playing. It was a great time. Seriously, great time. Um, and it was smooth without a hiccup. You had the little age protection, but that don't even count. You guys were smooth. Now, Coach Miss Jessie, we're gonna talk about that one because that was interesting. It was fun. We had some fun times last night. You guys literally last night was hilarious. It was. It was. We had some fun times. You guys were so. I mean, it was such a blast to be out in these TikTok streets watching y'all. So it was good. I don't know. I have to be honest with you all. He said it was a party. It was a party. I have to be honest with you all. I hadn't done TikTok like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the difference with being part of a community. I'm trying to work and engage at the same time. Okay, awesome, awesome. I think that's the beauty of being a part of a community because it felt perfect. I mean, in terms of the laughter, the joking, the supporting, all of it. It was awesome. So I have to admit, this is gonna be a great ride for me and great experience with engaging in TikTok this way. So let's see. I'm sending my information out to the community. I appreciate you all joining. I did the group chats so that people knew I was live. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all coming to the live. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you, Chantel. You so hey, you know what? I have to say that thank you for the confetti, but seriously, I should be confettiing you because you guys did an awesome job. How you doing, Miss Darlene? And and just recognizing, when it comes to battling, it does not have to be stressful. It can be fun. It can be laid back. It can be enjoyable. It could be a situation where you are just talking to your community and just saying, "Hey, here's how you can support." And so I know sometimes it can feel a little awkward, but at the same time, don't stress. Don't stress. So yes, when Coach Jesse gets in here, I don't know. I don't know where to start. I don't even know where to start. I battled with my sister and we had a ball. Did you do it last night? Tell me, Kim, did you do it last night? Appreciate your friend. Let me know. Let's make sure we announce when you guys are battling, even if it's like a little mild a small battle where it's like, okay, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna do this impromptu. Just pause and just put it in the WhatsApp or something. So or the group chat, so we all can see it. So that way we can support. Okay. Yes. We are the best team. We are. No, it was Tuesday. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, next time let us know, friend. We would love to support. Um, and I know Dr. Trish, she put in the chat that she's battling tomorrow at 9 p.m. So she did the match weekend. That's what Coach Jesse did yesterday. So we'll talk about that. Where did Coach Jesse where did Coach Jesse have us? I don't know. She had us in California, Nigeria. She had us all over the place last night with our battles. She was everywhere. She was. She was. We had a good time. That one, I don't even know where to start. I literally was crying. I kid you not, there was a towel that was sitting over on my sofa, and my son picked up. He's like, "Wipe your tears, mommy. What's going on?" Because he don't know what I'm laughing at because he can't hear it. He was like, "What is going on?" That was a comedy battle. It was. It was a comedy battle, a concert battle. You guys, y'all were in these streets. I don't even know where to start with Coach Jesse. That was next level ridiculousness. Oh no. It was just it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot to absorb. You said truth. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to go with it. I have no clue what the recap on that was. She said, "I know you're gonna talk about it in your live, but I don't even know where to start." So, Coach Rhonda, if you came to Coach Rhonda, let's go back to Coach Rhonda and Chantel. We're gonna go back to that battle because that battle was it was done. It was organized. It was hello, but no, Coach Jessie, she did it though. She did it with such grace. She did it correctly. Honest, she did it well. There were some things she could have changed, but it was a fun time. It was fun. Sounds like I missed the fun. Yes, Wendy. You know what? We should have put a SOS on the group chats everywhere so people could come and see what we experienced. the 18 plus affects my regular life. Possibly. It does limit who can see your lives. Let me ask something though. Your live is do you typically do the yoga? Let me, Chantal, maybe we can message each other. Because when I came to your live, it was yoga conversation. So I don't know if you need the 18-year-old audience control on. Maybe I'm missing something that you do in your live. So maybe we could chat offline, or in the chat and just see. Please share it to me so I can support. Yes, yes. Okay, I will message you. Yeah, because I'm just trying to think through your live. Is it something that you do need to have it on? Maybe you don't. Unless you've had a message from TikTok. Like, so Coach Jessie, she's gotten a message from TikTok before. So she turns hers on intentionally because of her topic. But if, I don't know if your topic would warrant anything that is sensitive in nature. Coach Jessie is coming in the room. so, so congrats to you too, friend. I cheer for Chantal for her battles. I'm gonna cheer for you too. That was fun. It was fun. Let me catch up on comments real quick. Yes. So thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. Hey, happy sweet Saturday, you all. Happy sweet Saturday. We were just laughing at you. I said I don't know where to start with your live last night, the battles. Running errands, but wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you, Sarah. How are you, friend? So yes, wow. Coach Jesse, no. So first of all, thank you. First of all, your live was hilarious. It was, and I said this earlier. I don't know if I've been on TikTok and I've had such a fun time in terms of humor, laughing, joking. Literally, it was a fun time, and so I felt like I was being a part of an inside joke and community, and just being a part of something that was really, really fun and special. So I'm gonna start there. You said I'm still recovering. Running back for us. So what had happened was, okay, first of all, we had two very special. It was very special. I don't know if that was an insult or not, but it was special. It was special. It was very special. Yes, running back. I hate I missed it. Okay, let me recap. So Chantal and Coach Rhonda had a battle. They had a battle that they coordinated in terms of the community. They coordinated, they both had their communities, the room was going, nice vibe, nice energy. It was a battle. It was what we would constitute a friendly battle. Okay. And so their example of battling is probably what I would expect most of us to engage into. I'm just going to start there. What they did was probably what we probably would expect a battle to look like. Loved in my feedback when we looking at this chat more. Yes, me too. I was in there at the beginning. It was a time. And then Coach Jessie had her battle. Now, Coach Jessie has signed up through the Match Weekend campaign, which again, totally fine. And I guess what had happened was that she didn't realize, or she didn't know. Maybe I'm going to say you didn't know, not that you didn't realize, that you didn't know that they had already matched you, and or they had matched you maybe while we were in the room. I think that's what you said. They had matched you right then and there. So she was going to look and do a friendly battle. She tried to search for some people to co-host with her, and she got a few. She got some denials, and then she saw where she was matched with the person to start at 9 o'clock. The person, let me fast forward a little bit. He did not realize he was already matched either. He didn't realize the match was happening. If I understood him correctly, he was like, well, he thought it was for tomorrow. He had selected and not Friday. So that was kind of a confusion on his part. So Nika, you forgot. Nika, Sarah, and we all went over to his room because he wasn't connecting, and he had on the age control too. So the age, when you are doing a match, you always want to make sure you don't have on that toggle off the audience control, because if you have it turned on, people can't request you to battle. Okay, so Chantel had to turn hers off. So just know that that is a thing. So you got to toggle it off. And then, and if you start your room, you would have to end your room, toggle it off, and then come back on. So that's ultimately what would end up happening. So he had to do that. We had to go over there and tell him to turn it off, and that's when he realized that he was supposed to be battling. Um, so then he came. The invite happens. he did. He did come. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Can someone explain battle? I have no clue what this is. This is when you are on a panel. No, it's not. Give me you know what, let me stop. Let me pause and explain battling real quick. Because upscale, you didn't get to either one of them last night. Oh, TikTok gave me the flash code too. Let me do that. It's roses, y'all. Roses. We got roses. So you didn't get a chance to get to either one. Okay. So a battle is a friendly competition. Should be friendly. Some let me take that back. Majority or not. They're a little high stakes, high intensity. But we do friendly. Okay, so it should be friendly. Um, Essentially it's a gameplay. It's part of the game in TikTok where you can have a co-host. You can't do it under guest. You can have a co-host where the screen shows you and this other person are competing for points. You say you did not make it. Okay. And so you and another person are competing for points. So you're competing for points and the points come from your room because you're in your own separate rooms. Your room is tapping the screen, sharing the live out, commenting, and gifting. It is one of those, it's a 5 minute match, essentially. They call it match. It's a 5 minute match where essentially that's the one time most people gift at the highest level that they gift. So TikTok likes that gameplay so people can support, build community, and it's a great way for your monetization strategy. So it is designed intentionally by TikTok so that people are connected. So there were two separate events that happened within the agency. Coach Rhonda and Chantel had their battle. They in our WhatsApp there's a chat where people were asking who's battling, can I get a partner? So they end up coordinating doing it that way. And you guys can go to the chat and coordinate within the agency if you choose to, or you could do what Coach Jessie did last night. She used the match weekend. I talked about it on last Sunday's meeting. So she used that to get one scheduled, and so did Dr. Trish. Dr. Trish is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. She's doing a match. So upscale, if you get a chance, maybe go to Dr. Trish's tomorrow so you can see what it looks like in real time. And we'll promote it a little bit more between now and tomorrow so that people know what's happening. Thank you all who are coming in. Okay, I've seen that. It was completely lost on what I was looking at. Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. And go to Dr. Trish's tomorrow. Yes. Okay, so that way you can see it in a more controlled, hopefully more controlled experience. Thank you all for the support. We need two more roses. I appreciate you all supporting the live. And if you are new to my room, I am the founder of Launch Your Income Agency. It is a TikTok creator network agency. If you are curious about it, you could click the link in the corner. Many of the people in the room are in the agency. So we are just talking and chatting. We're recapping last night. Last night was like a little bit of a battle marathon because we had a couple different people battling yesterday and it was fun. It was so much fun. Thank you for taking the time. You're welcome. You're welcome. And so just know that we're all about the fun, I guess. It was a good time. So let me go back to Coach Jessie. So Coach Jessie ended up having this person. It was Coach Jessie. First of all, if you ever get a chance to go to her room, she is hilarious. And in this experience of being on TikTok, me and her, we had a one-on-one yesterday. If you don't mind me sharing to Coach Jessie, she's leaning into her humor. She's a naturally funny person. You know how some people just have a natural humor to them and how they think about things, how they say things, how they engage. She is naturally funny. And she said, you know what? People have told me I'm funny, and I realized that I do have a gift. And she's gonna lean into it. She's gonna lean into it. So she said for her 50th is next February. In February, she said she is going to do a comedy show. Is that am I saying that correctly? You gonna do a whole little comedy thing? Is that what you're saying? Now see, Coach Jessie is probably gonna invite herself to come up, and Coach Jessie, give me some time because Coach Jessie will take up over the live. So let me finish the live. Let me finish a couple things first before you come up. Because she is thinking about doing this. Um, So with that, she was hilarious yesterday because you laughing at I know you, friend. I know you. She like, I requested to come up. So she had two battles. She ended up having two battles in the night because a couple things happened. Oh, put in the chat. You said I'll wait. Put in the chat. Did you level up? Did you league up? I can't tell in the system. Let us know if you leagued up. You said, where's the lie? It's like she ain't lying. But let us know if you leaked up too. And then so what happened, and that was partially why she did the second battle, because she had an opportunity to leak up. So we'll talk about that in a second, and I'll explain what that means because that is something I want you guys to pay attention to. So with the person that she battled initially, he was part of the match that she got through the match weekend. And oh, I did look at, yeah, okay, perfect. Well, let us know if you did league up. Um, and so she got it when it came to the person who they matched her with a person to battle, and because he had not, because he forgot, because he was not prepared, he had nobody in his room. So we started the battle, and we had already told Coach Jessie. So she was being very considerate. Let me say that first. But we were saying we'll do a random person. Y'all laugh at me. We said do a random person so you can get some power ups, and you can make sure you're able to kind of really battle him, because we didn't know he didn't have anybody in the room at that point. We didn't know what his situation was. So she was about to do a random person. And just when I say random, that means that you're clicking the co-host button and you're just finding somebody and you're clicking to see if they want to battle with you. When they come on the screen, you say, "Hi, would you like to do a friendly battle?" And they'll say yes or no. Now, many of those people may have a small room. They may have a few people in their room. It just depends. So you're just doing it so that you can hopefully win and get some power ups. Power ups are those your audience, your viewers, they get extra um, energy boost to make sure that your live is strategically, that your live can your battle can be um, more successful. So you get boxing gloves, you get lightning bolts, you get some misters. So people in your room are getting that, so they can use that for your live, okay, for your battle. So that's why you do it. You get those power ups. And so Coach Jessie, when she got matched with him, she didn't get a chance to do a random battle to power up. So when he came on, in my mind, we were treating him almost like a random. like, okay, he ain't got nobody in his room. We still gonna get power up, so we just gonna do our thing. And she's gonna league up. Well, no. When he came on, first of all, he was an interesting looking character. He looked a little disheveled. I'm being tactful with my words. He looked a little disheveled, and he did not look like he was ready to battle. And so, um, Coach Jessie, we started battling. Coach Jessie was going through the gameplay. Thank you all. We got our reached our goal. Dr. Lisa needs more. Thank you so much, friends. We got it. I appreciate you all. And so in the name, yes, his name, he was on the struggle bus. That was it. He was on the struggle bus. His name was the Beetleizer. You got Beetlejuice in my head because that's what I was about to say. The Beetleizer was his name. And so because he did look confused, he looked very confused. He really would have had to be, you really would have to be there. Yes. He was a whole thing in himself. Let me just say that. So I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but he was a whole vibe by himself, okay? So just say that much. His name should remain. Oh, that's true. That's true. I should have said the name. That's true. I should have said it. He was living his morning. He was living his this morning. I had to. Oh, he was live. Oh, he was live this morning. He had to unfollow. Okay, definitely a vibe. So he probably did forget. He probably forgot. Oh, I didn't realize. I probably shouldn't have said the name. But with that being said, you had to have been there. So when she came on and she started to do the battle gameplay with us, she stopped us. She was like, "Don't gift anymore. Don't." This is like 1 minute into the battle. She stopped us. So she was like, "Hold up." So then she went into Coach Jesse. So she started coaching the man. Like, okay, where are you from? No, what did you have for dinner? How did the dinner conversation come up? Why did you ask that man what he ate? She was giving him grace. She was. She was. So she clearly felt bad because he didn't have anybody in this room. And that's the way he set it up. He was like, I had no clue. Like I said, he looked disheveled. And he was like, oh, I forgot. It was today. I didn't know. I don't have anybody. And then he made a comment like, yeah, there was Nika in my room. And Coach was like, well, Nika with me. Nika's my room. Oh, my God. He sent me an actual message last night. Did he really? Oh, my gosh. He really didn't think you was with him, huh? Gosh, it was awesome. I'm starting to cry again. Oh my God. She said it like that too, y'all. I'm not making that up. She said, Nika with me. Okay, yeah. Chat doing about it's okay to mute. This was a mute situation. She should have muted. You said I had to put my call on mute to find out what was going on. Did you all record it? It's recorded. It is clearly recorded out there somewhere. She said, leave me out of this. Oh my God. Oh my God, I missed the whole thing. It was a thing, y'all. I don't know if she's gonna be able to play that again. If y'all want to let, I think you had to be in the room for this, but it was a whole thing. Who was that? Some sugar was like, I feel like I'm a waiter on a first date. Like I'm just observing this situation. Yes, yes. It was a whole thing, y'all. I want to see this. That was amazing. Play it tomorrow in the Zoom. Oh my gosh. Okay. Coach Jesse, I don't know what else to say. It was a lot. I'm gonna say it was a lot because that whole they did two battles, y'all. I don't know if I could play it in the Zoom. That's like 30 minutes. That was 30 minutes that unfolded between him and her. They battled twice. We found out about his family. They own a facility for I don't you know what? It's just too much. It's too much. Because she was like, what is he talking about? And she thought he was so his family owns a facility for people who are in a who need a they own a mental health facility. And Coach Jesse thought he was part of the people in the facility. She thought he was people in the he was part of the facility. He was like, no, no, my family owns this. I work there. She thought he was a patient. She did. She did. She did. He might have been. I don't know. I don't know if he was or wasn't, but she did make it seem like she was insinuating that he was a patient. He said they gave him an honorary job. Favor said he didn't look too with it. She's so polite. She said he didn't look too with it. Oh. and then and then um, at the end, Coach Jesse made a little comment Oh my God. Um, that's a wrestling phrase. Like it's one of the wrestlers. Don't I know a little bit about wrestling, just a little bit to be dangerous about it, but I don't remember who it is. But and if I look it up, I can find out. But one of the wrestlers, one of their phrases is "acknowledge me," and Coach Jesse said that, and that became a whole conversation because he was like, "Oh, he was making the connection to the wrestling person." And he was like, I didn't take you for a OTC wrestling. And she was like, what did you say? I laughed because I knew what she said was connected to that person. So I knew what he was saying. And she was like so confused. He was like trying to explain it. It was just a hot mess at the end. And he was trying to say goodbye. At the end, it just went down this other train wreck conversation. Oh, the soda promotions, yes. Did he do TikTok shop? Was that what we took away from that? Because I was laughing so hard, I missed that whole soda thing conversation. So I'm assuming he does TikTok shop. Is that what it was? And he was showing the sodas from the TikTok shop. Oh my god, I have a woman session at the church right now. This is too funny. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Okay. Dr. Trish, we promoted your battle tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about it in the group. We'll promote it some more so people can see other battles. Hopefully you don't get a character. So hopefully it goes smoothly. Yes, okay. He said he was on his shop live. Okay, okay, so he was TikTok shop. Okay, gotcha. When Jesse requested to battle. Okay, so he is making his coins. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so sorry I missed it. It was a lot. It was funny. Oh my goodness, I'm in church. I'm gonna pray for it. Yes, pray for a good part. He was fine. He was just disheveled. He made a mistake with the dates. He was a character in himself. He was a lot, but he was gonna it was gonna be it probably would have been like a real quick battle, and we would have got it over with. But Coach Jessie stopped the battle. She went into council. She went into talking to them. So it was a whole thing. Bye bye. So let me talk about League Up real quick. So leaguing up. So Coach Jessie said she wanted to try to league up yesterday. And so essentially with battling, what happens is that you get enough points in your live so that if you're paying attention to your league and where you stand, you can potentially move up to the next league. The rankings happen daily. So it's a 24-hour clock. It starts at midnight and it goes to midnight the next night. And so essentially what you're doing is through your live experience, if you're getting gifts, if you are getting enough gifts, you will move up in the ranking. So because she was battling in the evening, that's good because it was close to midnight, and she did the battle with him, and then she said, oh, I might be close to leaguing up. It was like 8% left because she was in the top 8%. And so I said, well, let's look at it. And I said, you might be able to league up. I mean, at this point, because after we battled with him, she had gotten to the 8%. So I said, you could potentially league up with another battle. So she battled again. Thank you all. She battled again. She was looking for somebody friendly to battle. And she turned out, she met somebody who was from Nigeria. So she had been in a room with him before, and he played the keyboard. So he was playing music while we battled. So that was really nice. And it was a great experience. So her live was fun. It was a good way to kind of see how lives could go. I mean, how battles can go. And so she had two different experiences, and both were unique in their own way. But it was a good time. It was a good fun time. Um, and so you guys, we'll see. I don't know, Coach Jesse, if you could put some of the post. I don't know if you got highlights. Maybe there's a way you could post some of it in a few highlights. You said got to run, y'all. Yes, it was. It was. It was fun. Um, it was a fun time. So let us know if you could put some highlights. So doing a battle is important on this app. Doing battles is important on the app. It is. It is. It's a way. Okay. So first of all, and we talked about this yesterday. There are highlights. Okay. There's highlights. Awesome. Awesome. Um, we talked about this yesterday in Upscale. I think you kind of underscored this. You know, we are in the business of TikTok. That's what this is. And so TikTok has different ways for people to, as live hosts, to monetize, and for TikTok to get their share. Okay, that's essentially what's happening. So when you battle, TikTok takes a cut. You get yours as well. And what they do is encourage the battles to build community and to also make sure people are engaging on the app and the monetization is happening too. So just know it is encouraged. It's I would say it's up to you to do it. I don't say I tell you not to do it. I think if you're really looking at building your ranking, boosting your ranking, building your community, and the monetization that can come from it, then you want to do some occasional battles. You do, you do. Nobody taught me that in my early experience. Okay, I understand better now. Yeah, nobody taught me that, and so that's why I share it here, and I kind of talk through it with people. I don't require y'all to do anything, so it's up to you what your comfort level is. I think people have kind of made it seem so high stakes and stressful um, to the point where it's intimidating, and so people are not really excited about doing it because it just seems so stressful. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. And especially if your community is all for it and they're backing it, I would tell you not to do it overextend your community and do it all the time. But if you did like a monthly battle or maybe every 2 weeks or so, just kind of think of it that way. The way the system is designed, though, and I'm gonna tell you this now, when you start getting the power ups and you're winning. How you doing, Patrick with Susan? Appreciate you, friend. When you start getting those power ups, the system is designed that you battle more frequently because those power ups do expire. So I thought it was a 7 day expiration. It's a 5 day expiration. Did somebody say that last night? I thought it was a 7 day expiration. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yes, it's a 5 day expiration on it. So because of that, only five. Wow. Because of that, the thinking is that people will battle more frequently because they their audience, their community has those power ups to use to help boost their battle experience. Um, so it's up to you in terms of how you guys leverage that. I don't want to make it seem like you have to do it, but it's again up to you. So it's there. If people did collect those, you can talk to them to see if they want to support another battle. I mean, there's whole battle teams that are created. There's a whole thing. So I don't want to minimize this. It is a thing that a lot of people do. And in the agency world, it's big. There's something that I need to learn a little bit more about. Because we are a newer agency, um, we have to kind of, the community has to go live. There has to be enough um, engagement with the live community for us to unlock additional. It's a thing called, what is it called? It's part of the activity board. So as an agency, um, battles can be set up like that, run the whole month. I believe we can participate in those. I have to find out the details. Like, are we eligible to participate, but we're not eligible to create our own? I think that's what happens. Like, we might be able to participate in them, but we can't create our own because we don't have enough. Our community doesn't have enough diamonds that have been collected yet. So TikTok bases everything on diamonds. So I need to find out more about that because that could be something that you guys can opt in and participate in. I just have to find out if we're eligible yet. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of gameplay that happens surrounding battles. There's tournaments. The community fest was a whole thing itself. Yes, that's why people do friendly battles before the big battles to get their gloves. Yep, that's it. So yeah, that's part of the strategy to get those gloves. Like if you know you're gonna go in a battle, um, maybe earlier in that day or the night before, you are doing those friendly battles to get your power ups. Yep, yep. Um, you tell us what you need from us, and we got you. You're so sweet. There's a point to have the panel discussions as well, right? There is a point. Yes, yes, that's community. Now, the multi guest. Let me explain the multi guest for you guys. And you know what? Let me write this down because I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. I don't want to give all of the trade secrets on live because people listening, y'all. But the multi guest is important too. It's definitely important, and that may be where a lot of you guys might want to tap into the multi guest. So I'll talk about that. Um, I made a note strategy about it. I made a note to myself to talk about it extensively tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it here because it's a little bit more detailed than just saying yes, do a panel. So I'll talk about it. So why you want to do a panel and what you want to do with your panel and stuff. So um, guys, this is favorite. Oh yeah, that's right. This is your other page. That's right. Favorite RT is in the room too. So yes, you definitely want to do panels. You definitely want to have guests up. Let me say I will talk about that tomorrow because I want to make sure I'm being strategic and have more of us in the room so I could talk through why you do that. Okay, and then get some stats about it too. Okay, because there's a whole section that was part of the resources that I have. So I'll talk through that. But yeah, the short answer to that is yes, yes, and probably as equal to the importance of doing that as battling. They're probably similar, if not multi guests being a little bit better, more important to do. Yeah. You said I will hold my. Please remind me if for whatever reason you're like, Dr. Lisa, you never talked about it. Let me know because I want to make sure I mention that because that's important for you guys to understand that. Um, so I'll weigh into that a little bit more. Um, Anybody, if you're new to the room, how you doing, Sassy? If you are new to the room and you are curious about the agency, you can click the link in the corner. I am an official creator network program. And so it essentially is a free program for all creators to join an agency. The agency is where TikTok is giving you rewards, essentially diamonds for going live as part of the Scale Live rewards. You get 53%. I always say that's not what you normally get, because TikTok says that number, but that's for like the 8 league. For us, it's like 49%. But anyway, we'll use 53% because that's the way it's advertised. 53% of your rewards go to you. TikTok takes the remainder. With that remainder, they give a percentage to agencies that are supporting with your training, helping you with understanding some of the different campaigns and challenges out there, as well as when it comes to motivating you, keeping you inspired to go live, and then ultimately supporting your live if you are to get in trouble with bans, something like that. So just recognize that's what an agency can do for you. And with this agency, we are building community. We are supporting each other. We are talking. We're chatting. I am answering questions, making sure that you get as much information as you can to be successful in your life. Okay. The goal is that you want to go live. TikTok has this program because they can't tap all live hosts and all potential live hosts. So they want to make sure they have agencies to go out there and kind of deputize us to kind of get people to go live and continue to go live. And I tell you all the time, TikTok, TikTok, when I point to my watch, because TikTok wants you to be here, build community, keep you guys coming back. Okay. So that's what they want with the live streaming platform and why they do this. So that's the why. And then the how is through agencies to kind of keep you guys motivated to continue to go live. So, do you need an agency? I say it's important to have an agency. You want somebody to support you if something happens to your account. You want to be able to go somewhere to and get questions answered. Um, but you don't need an agency if you don't plan on going live. So that's the only thing I will say. It really is an up to you factor. And depending on what you're doing, how you're controlling your live stream, what's it all about, then you may want to have an agency. But if you don't plan on going live often, maybe once a month on occasion, then maybe you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to make it seem like you have to have an agency if you're not going to go live. The whole point is to go live. That's the whole point of having this program because they want people to go live. Okay. Um, when it comes to, I'm just trying to think of other questions you guys may have. Like I said, it's a free program to you. Um, as an agency, we're on WhatsApp, and then I'm trying to get school launched by tomorrow. We'll see if I'm able to do it, but that is my goal to have it launched and available to you all, so we can be in that platform. I'm not a fan of WhatsApp because as I have more people joining, it's difficult for people to see the recaps, so you don't see other messages that are sent. How you doing, friend? You don't see other messages, so that's annoying. So I need to make sure that I have something where people can see the thread, go back, I can reference things, and not have a problem. So school will allow that. It just requires I may have it, available for you guys by tomorrow, but recognizing that it's going to be a work in progress to kind of get it fully operational. I want to put some videos over there and put some other content over there too. What else do you guys need to know? If you are curious about the program, you can click the link. Currently, let me just kind of do a recap because we just got through week one. Really proud of you all, really proud of where we're at with this process. We are doing the thing over here. If you belong to an agency, you got to go to that agency to get support and help. So that agency is where you want to go. Um, in the meantime, just to recap our numbers, we had in the 1 week since from Thursday till yesterday, we had 71 people apply. 71 people clicked my link. Huge. Did not expect that. Honestly, y'all, for the month of August, I thought I was going to get 25 in total. I thought I was going to get 25 in total. Sassy, what you said? What did I miss, Dr. Lisa? Dr. Lisa became an agency. Did you miss that part? I'm a TikTok creator network agency. Let me know, Sassy, if you want to click the link and apply to it. Now, I don't determine if you're eligible. TikTok does. So you can't be with an agency already. If you're with an agency, you got to go to them to get support because I can't coach or poach from other agencies. So you got to go to them, get more support. If you are not in the U.S. or Canada, I can't support you because I'm approved for those countries. And then if you have any violations, you have to go to the you won't get accepted either too. Wow, I just came back on the app. Did you? Where you been? Where you been? He said I just came on the app. Yes, so I am officially an agency. How you doing, Jamie Lee? How are you, friend? So it is official. So my allergies are kicking my tail. So yesterday, well, over the last week, we had 71 people apply. I invited, so I was able to accept a total of 60 of those people. And then the numbers get murky. Hold on. So out of those 60 there are, I think there's a total of 5 we're waiting to accept. And there's like 15 that's still kind of waiting. They're in limbo. So everybody else, let me look at my final numbers. Everybody else that are active, we have 47 that are active. Okay? 47 that are active creators. Now, when I say active, that means that they're approved to be an agency, they're getting information. Some of y'all need to go live. I'm just going to say that. So we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna get y'all to go live. But some of y'all need to go live. But 47 of y'all are in the agency, are actively in the agency. Thank you so much. You said I was sick, unfortunately. Okay, I hope you feel better, friend. Okay, hopefully you're recovering. You said I had to take some time off, Dr. Lisa. Yes, awesome. I hope you feel better though. So thank you all for the cheers. I see you guys with the confetti. So we're doing it. This is a whole vibe. It's a whole movement. We had a great time last night, And so we're going to continue to support one another, keep cheering folks on, the people who are nervous, scared, and afraid. I want you guys to be able to leverage, we have the TikTok group chat here. I want you to leverage that to post. How do I apply? Okay, click the link in this corner. You're going to click this link. I do have it there. I think I do. I should have it there. Click the link in the corner. And then once you click the link, I'll walk you through. I'll see if you're eligible now, and I'll walk you through the process to, if you are eligible, to make sure you're set up with the community. Okay. There's gonna be a couple other steps. How you doing, Yoli? Appreciate your friend. Yoli, you were so great. I was laughing at y'all, you and Coach Jesse too, because who started the Showtime? One of y'all started that, because that's a different gameplay feature. So y'all, somebody click matched. I don't know if it was Coach Jesse or you, Yoli. Hello, family. Somebody clicked it, and then I think that's the second option down. So I don't think it's the battle option. I think somebody clicked the Showtime option. So that's what we were watching. I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. When you click the link, nothing's happening. Let me see. Did something happen on my end? Let me check. Okay, you should see. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I think it's part of the gameplay. So I have to look. If I next time I have a co-host, I'll look and see. But I think it's the second one after you click. The first one should have been match because it takes you to a screen to decide what type of gameplay you're trying to do. So somebody clicked Showtime, not the traditional match option. Okay, so my friend Sassy, when you click the link, it should have an option that says apply. Let me know if you don't see apply. So click that link. It should pop up to say apply. And then once you do it, I should see it on my end. So, yeah, that was funny because I was like, is this a dance off? What is this going on? No, nothing comes up. Swipe out and in again for me. I'm going to pin it. Here, I just pinned it. Let's see if you see it that way. Okay, yeah, it should pop up for you. Let me know if you see the pin because it goes away off my screen after like 10 seconds. I gotta log into my other account and see if I see it over there. So, refresh my screen. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, it's not in. The link is working. Yeah, it should work for you, Sassy. You may have to, I don't know if she has to swipe in and out. Thank you all for being here. How you doing? Cotton Candy, appreciate your friend coming on in. Appreciate everybody joining the live. So yeah, that's thank you for the shares. Close the app and then come back. Yeah, she may have to close and come back. I wonder if she may need to do a new what do I call it? Maybe an update on your app. So sometimes that, okay, I see it on my phone. Okay, gotcha. Close. Okay, you see it on your phone. Oh, you must have been on a different device. That could have been it too, yeah. So, but not on my iPad. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, maybe the iPad doesn't let it go through that way. I'm not sure. I know the computer's different. The iPad might be different. The versus the phone. So it must be only connected on the phone. So yeah, if you go ahead and click that link and apply, I'll see if you're eligible. And then once you apply, I can let you know what next step. So if you haven't done a live recently, if you've never done live, have you done live, Sassy? Let me know if you've done live. I think you are a live host. And if you haven't gone live before, yes, okay, good. TikTok will make you do a 10-minute trial live. So that 10-minute trial live is what some people are getting as a way to make sure that they have live access. You got to be 18 years or older, and you have you have to be essentially going live. So you got to know and actually do the live process. Um, the other thing is if you have any violations on your account or any issues like that, it'll show up. Yes. Wasn't. What's wasn't? What does that mean? Okay. Okay, I see you in there, friend. Let me check. Let's see what it says. You gotta do a trial live. No violations. Yeah, you gotta do a trial live though. That popped up. So I'm gonna send you the notification now to do a trial live. It's gonna come from me. So you'll do the trial live. Once you do it, it's just 10 minutes. So once you do it, make sure you watch the timer for 10 minutes too. I had to say that out loud because I know I forgot to tell somebody to watch the real-time performance. Um, Once you do the 10 minutes, you'll get a notification to then accept my invite. So after you do the 10 minutes, you're going to get a system notification. Okay? And with that system notification, you can accept my invite. And then once you get the invite, then I'm going to send you my web page to go and fill out my contact form. And then I can send you emails, and you'll be officially in a group. I'll put you in all groups. You'll get the WhatsApp. You'll get an email to come to my meeting tomorrow. So if you could do it today, that would be great, because I'm going to be sending out another reminder for the community. So I want to make sure you're included. So definitely, if you can do it today, that'll be helpful. And then you're just going to do a 10-minute trial. And I sent you the invite. You're going to see a little message. I'll do it before the end of the day. Okay, perfect. If you could do it earlier, because I think my communication will go out to people. I do my next live at 4. If you could do it by the 4 o'clock live, that's helpful, because my next communication will go out to people, and I want to make sure you're included in that communication for the Zoom meeting tomorrow. And I think I owe people. I sent a message yesterday. So if you're in the room and you hear my voice, definitely before 4. Awesome, perfect. If you hear my voice, I sent a message, an email message yesterday. I did not, because I was in Coach Jesse's meeting live yesterday, so I never got a chance to do it last night. I intend to send everybody a quick little inbox message on TikTok to make sure you're getting my emails. I know there's a few people who did not get the email yesterday because they're not in my database, and I did that on purpose because I need them to go fill out my form so I can just pull from one list. It really is helpful for me because it minimizes confusion about who am I sending it to, who got it, who didn't get it. If I'm pulling one list, that way I know everybody's on that list that should be on the list. Okay, so just I need a few of my people to go fill out the form. So I'm going to send a message to everybody just saying, did you get this message? Did you get my email? So we all are on the same page. Any questions? Let me know if there's any questions. Let me know if I can support by answering any questions for folks. I know some of you are going live. I'll say this just general knowledge. Going live on the weekends offers a little bit more engagement. So people don't have their 9 to 5 they're trying to balance and manage. They're on the app in the mornings a lot of times where they're just swiping and just catching up on stuff, and they'll sit and come past your live stream. So just know Saturdays and Sundays, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, especially Friday evenings and stuff, people are typically on the app. So if you were going to try to fit something in, I would try to push for maybe a Saturday morning or later in the evening, or Sunday as well. Okay, so 10-minute I end the live, and I can go over it. You can absolutely go over 10 minutes. Matter of fact, I would encourage you to go over 10 minutes just so you get used to talking. But to satisfy the rule here, you definitely want to do 10 minutes. Okay. How you doing, Patrick? I see your friend coming on in. So you definitely want to do your 10-minute live. so you can unlock all the features. And then, I'm sorry, well, you said you've gone live before, so maybe it's just that you haven't gone live in a while. So just do the 10-minute live. Again, go over just so that you're on the safe side too. And then go to your system notification so that you can accept the invite. Hello, NK. How you doing, friend? Come on in. Um, Patra, how you doing? Is everything good? Patra, I want to make sure. And I need for you, I think you and maybe there's about two or three others that never did the what's my website contact form. So I want to make sure you get that today. I sent the email yesterday. So I know you and maybe a couple other people weren't in that email list because you didn't do the form. So I want to make sure you guys get the form. You give me your contact information, and then in turn, I will have everybody in one space that I can send out messages to. Okay, and then I think that's going to be helpful for me too when I create the school, because hopefully I can just bring you guys over, but I may have you guys sign in officially to set up your account, especially if you're already with a school account. All right, friends, you guys are connecting and engaging. I'm not going to stay super long. I'm going to stay maybe another 15 minutes or so. Let me know if you have other questions. I do have a couple meetings today that I have to do, and I'm going to get my work done, my homework done. I created on WhatsApp another group also, just so that you guys know, for people who are coming up with great ideas. Okay, so you guys have kind of shot out some great ideas to me personally, and so I want to start capturing that. And then I also figure, okay, great ideas and people who need support, because there may be somebody in the room, like we talked about, people who need content support, or people who are asking questions about, I don't know, maybe some editing questions or something like that. So I figured that would be a great place for us to just be able to ask questions of each other, get support, and then if you have ideas, you can throw it out there. So just another place for us to go. So I created that group for all those other conversations that need to happen. I think I'm going to do a pop-up live again today. Are you, Doc? Doc, I will see you. What time? Let me know what time. I'll try my best to stop in. Driving this time, but I will. Okay, awesome, awesome. Appreciate you. I'm here to help as much as I can. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate you. Trisha, when is your pop-up live? Let me know when you're about to do that. So I want to start buying support. And then anybody else, put that in the chat too. If you are going live today and you know what time zone, and topic, put that in the chat so we can see it. I want people to feel, able to share what they're doing, and hopefully you can get some support with your lives. I know we overlap sometimes because it's funny. I look on the screen, I was like, oh, we got four people going live at the same time. But that's good. That's good. You guys are doing your thing. So I so love it when I see that. So yeah, definitely put that out there so we can see when you are going live. And then and if you are not going live, let me know. I want to support you too. So if you're like, Dr. Lisa, I'm still trying to figure out what to say, what to do, let's talk. Okay. Send me a message. We can talk. We can chat. I'm happy to schedule a quick conversation too, if we need to jump on a quick call, so that you guys can get support that way as well. Don't feel like you have to kind of do it on your own. You got support. Okay. And then once you all are starting to go live on a regular basis, what I've been doing in the past couple of days is like meeting with people to kind of say, okay, here's some tips and strategies for your live. Here's what I want you to do. I definitely want you guys to look at your live recordings. I definitely want you guys to look at your live analytics. Okay. So go and look at that, because that's going to be really helpful for you to understand how your live is performing and how you need to improve. Where do you need to improve? Okay, so for example, a lot of people are like, oh, my views. Well, okay, look at your recording and see if you were looking at your live from a viewer perspective. What are some things you would do differently? What is it about your live that's going to make people stop scrolling? Okay, so how do you make that scroll stopping live experience? So is it, for example, is it your lighting? We talk about lighting all the time. Is it your sound? Is it your overall aesthetic? What do you have behind you? What do you have going on in your life. If there's a lot of clutter, a lot of stuff going on, people tend to stop scrolling. People like, or people will scroll past because they're like, oh, I don't want to see that. That's, that's, whatever. So just know, good morning, how you doing, coach? That's important for you to kind of think about your live and see how do you get people to engage in your live. Thank you so much for the day they heard me. Um, so look at your recording. Pay attention to sound, pay attention to lighting. And then also pay attention to how do you come off. Are you responding to people in the chat? Are you making eye contact and people feel like you're talking to them? It's raining here, no internet, slow and trying and asking weird. Oh, acting weird maybe. Yeah, yeah. Um, my family gave me a surprise birthday party yesterday evening. I couldn't go live. Awesome. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, friend. Awesome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You said it was a surprise birthday party. So was birthday actually yesterday? Was it on your day or was it like a surprise because it ain't your birthday? You're like, it wasn't even my birthday. That's why it was a surprise. Hopefully it was yesterday, friend. Happy birthday. That's beautiful. My birthday. Okay, so it wasn't yesterday. August. No. Okay, it was 2 days ago. Okay, gotcha. I was like, yeah, well, that was yesterday. No, yesterday was the 8th, so it was the 7th. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Happy birthday, friend. Yes. So let us know when you go live. Put it in the chat. So now, are you gonna go live today? Because you're like, wait a minute, I didn't say yesterday. I didn't say today. I said yesterday. So let us know when you're gonna go live so we can support. That's the whole thing. We want to support people. Couple things in my chat, my group chat. I think Coach, you mentioned this too. Coach Marcel, you was like, what is the challenge? So we'll talk about it tomorrow. And I know my friends with bad knees. I'm part of the company of bad knees. I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna commit to doing it. But one of our friends in the agency, Iridessa, you said me too. Iridessa was like, we should do the Nicki Minaj challenge and do some video. So each of us send a video clip in, and I think she probably, we're gonna see, she might have volunteered herself, but she will probably do the editing and make the video for us to post, for it to get posted as an agency. So I think that's what I heard her say. So we'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. I'll probably have her kind of flesh out the details and have that ready for us to know what the plan is for tomorrow for whoever wants to participate. I was jokingly saying we might get 25% participation because a lot of us got bad knees, y'all. So you said I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it too. I am. But yeah, that's what that was about. Yeah, she has to send it in a WhatsApp. She sent it in the group chat. Um, on here on TikTok, and I need to get her to get over to WhatsApp. I don't even think she's in WhatsApp yet, so I got to get her over there first. So I'll ask her to kind of draw up something to just make sure people know the details, or people could do their version of it. That's true. They could. Yes. I mean, well, yes. So she wanted people to be creative, and so I think creative clip of us doing it. However creative we want to be of us doing it, and we would pull it together and make a agency video. So yeah, so yeah, if you can't do that exact, I know I might be standing, y'all. We'll see. I might try to do what I told you. I might be doing crisscross applesauce sitting on the floor. No, you don't need to wear heels. If so, I'm out. You said I'm out of it. You don't need to wear heels. You don't need to do nothing your body cannot do anymore. Okay. Don't feel no pressure. Don't feel like you gotta participate. If your body says, don't be doing that, don't do it. So I'm gonna say that right now. And I don't know what my body gonna say to do. My body might be like, what were you thinking? So that's why I said I might be standing or crisscross applesauce. He said, what, that's the whole pose. That's the whole pose. I know. There's people who don't do it. I mean, I'm just saying there are people who do their own little twist and spin on it, where they really are not doing the pose. I seen somebody. I think they had their little daughter. She was standing up next to her doll doing it. She's like, "Look, that's the doll. Look at the doll doing it." That might be me. That's the do what you can challenge. I know, do what you can. We ain't trying to do no heels. We ain't trying to balance on one leg. We ain't trying to kneel down and put the leg on top of the other leg. No. Do what you can. So whatever your body says it's capable of doing, that's what we're gonna do. No pressure. No pressure. So yeah, so she put that out there for us. And then I know a couple other people were saying the photo frames. Natty Nat, she says she's going to mock up a couple photo frames that you can have if you wanted to promote the agency in your photo image. Um, and then Yoli, she mentioned maybe having like a symbol. You know, how Coach Jesse, you have that butterfly in your logo. She was saying maybe have a symbol that is a symbol that represents, you know, the agency too on your name as part of your nickname. So as people are coming into lives, they'll see that symbol and know, or at least assume, that that person is with the agency. And so you know who your supporters are in the room. So there's a couple of different things we have out there that we're just trying to make sure people are able to recognize agency members as they're coming into different lives. And as we grow, and obviously we will become a community of supporters. So as we're growing and supporting one another, people will know where that support is coming from and be able to easily identify the people in the room. So we're trying to figure out some different ways to do it. And again, I'm a person of, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna say that right now. You don't have to battle. You don't have to do a picture frame or a photo frame. You don't have to do a symbol. You don't have to do a Nicki Minaj challenge. The only thing you really should be doing is going live, because that's part of the agency or TikTok program. TikTok is looking for live host. So they want people to go live. So if you want to just continue your live business as usual, that's totally fine. And just know you got agency support on the back end if you ever need it. So that's what I tell people. I don't want you guys to feel pressure or stress. Now, if you come back to me and say, Dr. Lisa, I'm not getting views, I'm not getting this, I'm going to say, okay, what did you do based on the training or based on the guidance I'm providing? What are you doing to support your live in that way? And so that's the conversation we'll have, because I want to make sure that you are, you know, implementing some of these things to make sure your live is growing, and you know, people are stopping and looking and engaging. So that's going to be what's most important, so that you're taking the great advice. How you doing? Happy? Appreciate you being here, friend. But let me know. You should also do different names and stickers for us as subs. Let me think that through. I gotta think through the process. Is that feasible? Because I don't know if I could change out the sub name where it wouldn't be for everybody. I I gotta look in the system and see if you can create different sub names. I don't think you can. I think it's a one for all process. Yeah, I don't think I can. So, but I'll look and see if that is even realistic. If that's something I can implement. I don't think I can. Just when you said that, I was like, I don't think that feature exists where I can create different types of subs in the room. I think it's one. It's definitely different plans, and under those plans, I don't think there's different ways you can do it. But let me look. Let me pay attention. I may be missing something in the process. So let me pay attention to that. Um, Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to wrap up in about 5 minutes. So let me know if you have any last minute questions. How you doing, some sugar? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So we are moving and shaking. There's a lot that's going on. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. Like yesterday was a whole was a whole experience. It was a whole vibe. I'm back, swiped away. Coach Jesse, you were chatting. Did you want to say anything? Let me know if you want to come up briefly. Let me know if you want to come up. How you doing, Lady BB? Appreciate you being here. Thank you for that heart me. Um, hello, Coach. How are you, friend? I and anybody who is looking to join an agency, you want to click the link below. Like I said, it's free. If you're with an agency, you can't join another one. Um, and if you have any questions about it, if you apply, essentially, TikTok will determine if you're eligible, and then I will invite you if you are, and we'll talk about what's required. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions, though. Coach Jesse, let me see, real friend. I'm gonna invite you real quick. All right. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Just trying to figure out my life
Oh,
last night.
after last night? What you mean in terms of?
I feel like I was being pranked. Like, wait a minute. I just finished talking to Doc about comedy, and then you gonna throw me out here to the wolves. And it's like I had to think quick or something. I was like, I am in sinking sand right about now. I was not ready for Beetlejuice. And you you was trying your best, Doc, to explain what happened. And I was like, poor Doc, she don't even understand. She can't explain it. I don't think none of us can. We don't really have the right words for last night. And for those that weren't there, child, you just had to be there to really understand why we were like in stitches. I mean, it was to the point that my daughter was doing background commentary. She was like, Mommy, why didn't you just go and leave it? I'm like, I didn't even know what to do. It was a struggle. And poor guy, he was trying to say, first of all, this weekend thing that they had me, they should have given me more heads up. Because I kept looking at my emails,
In your inbox?
my notification to make sure I didn't miss nothing. So I kept trying to, and I even told you, like, I'm like, I don't see anything. Maybe they didn't match you with nobody. So at this point, I was gonna go out here.
So where did you ultimately see it at? Because I've never
Remember,
done it
I
before.
kept looking in there, and I was like, let's find
Where's
somebody.
in there? What you mean? Where was in there?
When I was looking for someone to do the host, the battle with,
So it was showing up as a message in your co-host
it
area.
showed up at one of the times when I went in there again. It wasn't there at first. I was just looking for somebody, and then I guess one of them times when I came back, I was like, guys, I can't find nobody, and then I went back to look, and then it popped up, and
So
it said
okay.
scheduled. It said scheduled battle, and then it had my name and Beetlejuice, and then in the middle it had 20 minutes.
So it's like a notification. So if I clicked, so if I were, so I'm just trying to replay what you did so others can hear. So when you click your co-host option at the top of the screen, it had something that spoke to.
Yes, and so literally when I guess when they finally dropped it in there, I don't even know if I would have known if I didn't hit it or not. Okay. I just happened to be in there because we was just trying to find me somebody.
Right.
So I don't know what would have happened differently, but because I was already in there, one of the times when I went in, it popped up. It was right there on the top, and it says scheduled match, and then they had my name, and then they had in the middle a 20-minute countdown, and then they had Beetlejuice on the other side. So I was like, oh, they already did. They really did schedule me, but I didn't have any
Notification other than that.
no notification until that moment. So just FYI, I don't know how it actually would happen for those that have it scheduled. I don't know how you would know ahead of time if you're not already in that co-host. Maybe that would be a suggestion to log in early and just keep checking the co-host to see when it pops up, because then it do tell you who. But the interesting part was it did not tell you that, like I didn't have a way to say ahead of time, oh, this person got the 18-year-old thing on. Because it wasn't until, like, it looks like at first he tried to send me a message, and I tried to go, I said, oh, I think I see him. And so when I went to go hit, the message popped up, like, he had it on. And so, and then he was gone. And I was like, wait, I hope he didn't think that I didn't show up for the match. And of course, now I'm like, no, I didn't forfeit. I'm here. I won the battle. And then I'm like, that name and that sign kept like looking at me like, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So I should have known that abort mission, Beetlejuice is here.
He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. He
I'm
was
gonna say that from the sign.
he was random.
We hadn't seen him yet. We had only seen the sign. And I told you, I said he had the little skeleton things. Like, we don't know what we're about to walk into. But child, listen, we walked into something interesting. And poor guy, he showed up like, first of all, he looked like he had just woke up. He looked like somebody woke him up from the place. They're like, hey, don't you got a battle?
You talking about from the facility?
Did anybody check the news to see if they saw his name? There gotta be an APB out somewhere saying this guy is missing. Okay? But it shows up. First of all, I don't know if he was asleep, if he had just escaped, or what happened. But then he said he was doing TikTok shop. I'm like, well, how you doing TikTok shop? And we had a battle. He's like, yeah, I was doing TikTok shop. And I'm like, oh, then he started talking about now he's doing TikTok shop on the battle. He starts showing the soda can. And then he puts the camera on the cam and the TV. And I'm like, yo, could you come back into the camera? Let's talk. We need to talk. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, wait, you don't got nobody in your room? No, I had one person. I said, oh, you got one person? He's like, yeah, Nika was just in here. I'm like, Nika? Yeah, he's like, yeah, Nika was here earlier. I said, who Nika? He's like, yeah, Nika, she was here. Like, he know her. I'm like, Nika ain't with you. Nika with me. He's like, yeah, she was in here. No, she came in there to tell you about the thing about the terrible order, the 18-year-old. He's like, yeah, she was in here earlier. He wasn't getting it that she was not with him. He obviously thought that Nika was part of his team, like she was there. Like, no, dude, she not your friend. She don't know you. As a matter of fact, she don't even want me to marry you. Because she was saying, no, never mind. Just forget about it. She was saying no. She was telling me to abort mission.
I think she was.
She did. She said no. She was like, I saw this guy. No. But apparently the guy saw her and was like, hey, friend. He swore Nika was with him. And like he was really like said that with conviction. Like, I'm like, yeah, you don't have nobody in here. He's like, yeah, Nika was just in here. Nika who? Nika Rex? Right. Yeah, she was in here earlier. You know what? I'm like, what am I into? This is a joke. Are you on your way down? Because clearly you want to see if I'm going to go to the heavens, because you challenging me right here with this dude. So of course we were like already we was excited and hype after the level up. We was already ready to level up. I'm like, we're about to take him out. And I'm like, this probably going to eat his little confidence if there's any present. I was like, dude, you know what? Never mind. Just let's pause. Let's talk. I just was like, let me just talk to him at this point. He ain't got nobody. He ain't got Nika. He ain't got nobody.
You felt sorry for him, huh?
Yes. I'm like, all he got was those soda cans, and even that did not look good. So it was like, he needs somebody to talk to. So of course I'm like, just pause, y'all. Let me talk to him. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing today? So he starts talking and saying how he was doing. What he did today, that's how shop. I went out to eat. So I'm like, oh, you went out with friends and family? No, just myself.
He went to Carl's Jr. D-Rock said she fell out when he said he had coupons.
Yeah, he said he get points. I'm like, yeah, I know they give you points, all right. You know what kind of points it is, it's when you like, oh, poor guy, so you might get points for that.
Oh
But,
my gosh.
So he was like, yeah. I said, so what did you eat? He's like, I had a burger.
Oh gosh.
Well, French fries? Like just a burger? He was like, I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, I went by myself. I'm sure. And then I was like, oh, where do you work at? And that's when the conversation took a different turn. When he said it was at the place, which I'm not going to say the things because I don't want to offend. Okay. He said the place. I was like, oh, that's where you at? I thought you was there. I thought you was in the facility.
Thought he was a patient.
I did. And then he was like, he said, yeah, I help with the elderly. And I was like, what? He said, my mother, my parents. And I was like, oh, so your parents, I was like, oh, your parents took you there.
You said your parents are there. You said his parents was there first.
I said, your parents. I said, so then I'm like, oh, so you're doing a good work.
He's like, oh, your parents are there. He's like, no, my parents own it. And then D-Rob said, oh, he got money.
My parents own it. And he said he works there. I'm like, you work there? I was like, oh, you work there?
Oh my gosh.
He was like, yeah, I work there. I said to myself, no, you belong. You there. That's probably why they opened it. For him. I mean, so he worked there. And I kept thinking, I was like, he probably the ones that you see in the movies, like, those Lifetime movies. And they'd be like, the ones hiding in the bushes. He looked like somebody that was very interesting. And he starts putting the camera on the sodas. And then he was out of the camera. Now I'm like, wait, you doing TikTok shop? He had the camera. He had the can in the camera. And then he put the camera, literally, the cans was stacked up, sitting in front of the TV, and he's telling us about the kids. I said, dude, I'm going to need you to get back in the camera. I said, no, you ain't doing TikTok shop during the battle. You stopped doing TikTok shop like he forgot. He was like, man, I forgot. I thought I had signed this up for Sunday. I said, oh, do you have a smartphone? And so I was like, asking him, like, why didn't you put a reminder on? I'm like, you got a smartphone? I said, you should put a reminder on because you obviously need to be remembering what you got going on. And he was like, yeah, that's why I was doing TikTok shop. What? So it was all kind of wonky. It was like, man, I feel sorry for him. And then I'm thinking this is finally over. He going to somebody, oh, we supposed to do 2 matches. Ooh.
I didn't know that was the rule. That's the rule.
Apparently he must have read that. I didn't read it. I thought it was done. I still don't even know if that's true.
I'm going to go back and look and see if that's the rule.
I don't even know if that was true or not. I just was like, we are? And he was like, yeah, it's 2 matches.
It's the best of 3. Okay. Is it for the match weekends? That's what Nika says. It's the best of 3. The best of 3. So you won both. So you were good.
I say, apparently, he must have read that part. I didn't. But he remembered it. I'm like, yeah, we done. Okay, it was nice talking to you. He's like, no. We have another one. Another what? He's like, we got to do it again. It's 2. I was like, oh God. So now I'm like, okay, guys, we got to do it again. Before I knew it, he already hit the rematch. Like, it was ready. Guess he was hoping Nick and Grace came over there because clearly he just knew that she was there with him. So I'm like, you want a rematch? Nothing happened. But okay, so of course I kept talking to him. I didn't know what else to do because this guy looked like he needs somebody. They need a friend. And so I just started talking to him, and I don't even remember some of the other things I said to him. I was telling him about I do it. I'm a coach, and he was like, "Put me in, coach."
That was funny.
They kept saying, "You're a coach. Put me in, coach."
No, his account he had 10K followers. Miss Sterling,
What?
that's not his real name. Coach Jessie is saying Beetlejuice, but that's not his username. That's her nickname for him. That's not his real name.
It matched.
It did, but that's not his nickname. So he has 10K followers. He has over 10K followers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Well, you know what? That's not hard to believe because that time I was doing the TikTok shop on mute, I had 10 followers. I mean, the people was like apparently thinking that I was some sort of character. So yeah, I could see that. Because they just follow and befriend anybody. Yesterday I was struggling to get 5 new followers, and this dude got 10K. You know what I'm talking about? So this is the kind of things people like. And I guess that's the entertainment part. You know,
His nickname, his username is Beetlejuice.
it wasn't.
It is. I won't show here because it'll show up on the live.
But that's not what it said.
No, I'm looking at his page. When we went to his page, his username, his nickname is the other name, but his username is Beetlejuice.
Well, look at that.
It's Beetlejuice. Is some other stuff too, like TT and some other stuff. But Beetlejuice is his nickname. His username.
Wow, I ain't even know.
Oh, D Rob said that. She said that's what I said. Yep, yep. That's his name.
I didn't even know that. I just
Yeah.
associated with it. Maybe I gotta lean into some prophecy. Because baby, I knew that's what I saw, and I was like, "Oh Lord," I was like, "I hope I don't call him that," and I did. That's why I asked for his name. I was like, "Well, what is your name?" So I did address him by his name, and then when I told him I said my name is Jesse, and then I said, "But I'm a coach." I was like, "Put me in, coach." What? I need you to get in this game. Like, can we have a real match? I mean, really, you got no. Where your parents? Like, where they at? But he was like, man, I didn't even know it was today. And then it would be called. Like he went somewhere. Come back, son, come back. Like, come back to earth. Okay, we are still here. And then I'm like trying to talk to him as a friend now because my heart did start like feel. That's why I was like, God, just don't, because he was like, you got a lot of people over there. He would say like sentences and then there's nothing else. Like it's dead air. So I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a thing. And I'm like trying to coach him, I'm trying to talk to him, I'm trying to be his friend. And I felt bad. And yes, it was my good, gracious heart that felt so that's why I was just trying to talk to him because I didn't want us to wipe him out like that. And I just was like, man, I don't know what just happened, but I just want it out. I wanted out. Lord, I had to go to have this route. My first battle.
It was good. It was good. It was the way it's supposed to be. Now he didn't have a lot of people in his room, and I know some people went over there to support. But at the end of the day, that's how the co-host battles go. Sometimes though, those random ones are just like that.
Yeah, well, they're not just like him, all of them.
No, they're not.
He was just, I don't know. I think maybe he probably ate that burger and had itis or something and went to sleep. Because I don't even know, like, when he said he was doing TikTok shop, like, well, he must got another page. Like, what was he doing TikTok shop at? I don't even know because he said that's what he was doing. He said, I was doing TikTok shop. Where? And he had the soda like he had just finished showing it or something. He was actually drinking it.
He might have. Yeah.
He was drinking it, and then he puts it in the camera to show it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then he turns the camera to the cans. You didn't see that probably. He had like the stacked up, like two stacked up boxes, and then the TV was in front of it, and then he was like, I was like, oh, okay. I said, so why don't you come back to the camera? I said, no, you're not doing your TikTok shop during the battle. He's like, yeah, that's what I was doing. This dude don't know where he at. He don't even know where he at. The parents probably was looking for him. You know, they probably don't even know yet he's missing. Surely there is an ABB out for an interesting person somewhere. A light is going off somewhere like, oh boy is missing. I'm telling y'all, watch. Remember this. Y'all gonna be like, oh, Beetlejuice was on the news. Like, somebody gonna be like, Beetlejuice was on the news. He escaped. And that's what happened. And that's how the story happened last night. And I walked into that thing and I did it scared.
All right. All right. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving us a nice, fun laugh for the evening, too. That was fun. It really was.
It was
We
fun.
enjoyed it.
It was fun. And then we did get the nice guy,
Yeah.
in Nigeria. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know what kind of coffee he had, but he looked live. At 3 o'clock in the morning, he playing the piano, and so I started playing the tambourine and the bell.
She did. She did. She did.
I was like, ain't no need to mute you. We're gonna have a nice show, and so we did. We had a good
Well, let
time.
us know if you leagued up too. So let us know if that happened.
Wait, so I'm not gonna lie today. So
Okay.
where I go look now?
You can go into your live analytics. If you go to your live home screen, scroll all the way down. I'm sorry, live home screen. Go under tools and resources, and you'll see create a ranking. Click that, and you'll see what your ranking is.
I went there last night. Like maybe it might have been too soon because I went in to what they say.
Like so, if I'm looking here, so if you go, you see where it says tools and ranking. I mean tools and resources.
On the live tab? Oh, you said
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Under live. You under the live screen.
Okay.
So I'm under here. And then you gotta click the arrow to go over. What did I just press? Let's come back. I press tools. Okay. So tools and resources. The screen pops up, and then the live ranking is the one with the little chart.
Oh, okay.
The creator ranking.
All right.
That's what
I'll see. And I'll let y'all know. I hope I did, because I mean, the Lord could just throw me a dog a bone at this point. Like, I want the Lord to feel sorry for me as I did for him. Like,
now here's the deal. You're not going live today, so it might drop back down.
So, I'll take a screenshot then. Say, at least I tried. Well, I might go tomorrow. If I go tomorrow, because it doesn't change until Sunday, right? Everything updates Monday. So maybe I'll because we meet with you 6:30 Central. No, Eastern.
So yeah, look at it today. Take a screenshot, because when you go on Sunday, it may not be there. So, because it's a daily ranking, it's daily.
I know. So that means I would have to go in order for it to stay. I would have to go there like today and tomorrow.
Depending on how you perform in your live too. Depending on how you perform in your live, if you are able to stay in your ranking, yeah. Yeah.
For this.
Yeah, you do have to. So, short stuff. You have a question too. I'm gonna answer your question in a second, but yeah, you do have to kind of, if you're gonna try to stay up in your ranking, unless you get what's called a shield. The shield, I think, keeps you. Okay, so it'll probably keep you there for if you league up, it'll probably keep you there. I think it's 7 days or 14 days. It's something like that. I think they changed it. It used to be 14 days. I think it's now 7. So you have to go back and look at it. But yeah. It's not gonna keep you there forever.
I did see I have a shield. I think Thursday it was. I saw it. I got the notification.
Okay.
So maybe if I.
Okay, so Nika's saying it shows you as D1 when she clicks your ranking inside your gift gallery. So you haven't gone up to see possible. It doesn't seem like you might have. What's a shield? A shield is if you go in. I have to go back and look at the.
I had got it. I think Thursday the shield.
Okay, I have to go back and look at the proper description. But a shield essentially is keeping you locked in for a period of time in your ranking. So it shields you from dropping down. But it does expire. It does have a expiration if you don't continue to league up. And you can collect more shields as you go along, as you league up and stuff. But again, it requires you to constantly be active.
I ain't even rank up.
You do a
Did she remove her phone?
Huh?
Remove your phone. Don't they say things like that? Remove your phone. Like, see what happens.
Well, take a look at your side. See what it says. Her gallery is almost filled. So yeah, take a look at your side and see what's going on. I was going to say the gallery could be still based on this week's gallery. Maybe that hasn't changed. So you probably, now that I say that out loud, your gift gallery will be based on being in the D gallery. So it wouldn't change until Monday.
Right, the gift gallery. Yes.
So it would be like a C5 gallery that would come out on Monday. It wouldn't change midweek, even if you leagued up. So your gift gallery would still say D1. So you need to check.
That is it. Tomorrow, it'll help me, is what I'm saying. Like
possibly.
If I do like a random.
Possibly. You gotta league up though. It's not gonna keep the same 8% from yesterday. It starts from 99. Put it back.
I guess the lady feels sorry for me.
Yeah.
I ain't sweating hard enough.
Okay.
I just keep working in the field.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clean up her room.
Okay, girl. Well, I'm gonna let you down. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the laughter.
Pray for me.
All right.
I'll pray for you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Let me finish talking, baby. Mommy will get you in a second. Let me thank you all. Short stuff. I want to answer your question too. Nika, you just asked, it's Saturday, baby, something. Yes. I'm gonna get off shortly because I have a 12 o'clock too. But yes, he is here. So he has come into the room. So let's see. Nika, your question real quick. Your question was, will the gift gallery help her league up? Potentially. Stop. Thank you, baby. Potentially, if she's in her room and she gets enough diamonds, that will allow her to get to 100%. I mean, essentially get through the league. I'm gonna say probably not though, because whatever gifts are still remaining are probably not going to be enough that will get her fully through that league. Because the leagues is daily rank can start over every day at midnight. So you're essentially starting at a 99%, and then you're slowly moving up along that path to get to 0%, and then you league up. So I don't know if there's going to be enough gifts for her to essentially league up out of her gift gallery. Enough gift remaining to do that. So the answer is probably not. So another battle, you probably will have to do another battle. You know, it just depends on how your community is available to support. Also, can you use a backup page to give those large gifts no one gives you? Yeah, you can, absolutely. That's a strategy. But will it add up? It probably won't be enough if she just has a few gifts that's remaining. It just depends on how well she did. Check to see if you leagued up though, because again, your gift gallery wouldn't have changed. So what we're looking at is the gift gallery for the week. That doesn't change midweek, even if you league up. It changes once a week on Mondays. So you could have leagued up, and we just don't know it. She only has one left. just sent it to her, but it didn't change it. Yeah, it's not. It didn't change the gift gallery. Oh, interesting. Short Step, you had a question real quick. Let me let you come up. I'm gonna have to get off in like 5 minutes. Baby boy, Mama's gonna make you go back downstairs. And don't touch anything else. Love you.
I just want.
Hi, friend. So you had a question for me?
I did. I was wondering if there's any way that you could just give us a quick, I know you have to get off, but a quick brief on how to set up your live stream. Because you see this thing that says Happy Launch Week? How to get that banner?
That's a sticker. That's a sticker.
So
So under Enhance is where you find stickers. So I just took my sticker, that was the welcome sticker, and I just erased the word welcome and I put Happy Launch Week.
Okay. And then I also see people that are able to get like their images, it looks like images they created up into the top part of the screen. Like, because you know how I was talking about this on my live last week, where you can only see like, put this camera on so I can show you, even though I'm at the nail salon and it's crazy. Because you can normally only see like the thing here, and I'm trying to figure out how to, it's the overlay feature, and then you just have to do like a screen that has like no background except for just that part portion, like a transparent.
Okay, yeah, you can do overlay. And you do the green screen with the hand up, and you can put that over the screen.
But with the overlay, when I did it, I did a white background.
And it covered up your screen, so you have to do transparent.
Got it. Okay. Because I was like, how?
Yeah, they created that, like Nikki said, favorite RT Nikki. Yeah, they created that with Canva, something like that. Mm-hmm. So what it was that when you do it, you do have to make it transparent, and then you have to do the green screen with the hand in front of you. That hand up, and so you're uploading. You have it in your camera roll, and then once you click that green screen option, you can upload that image. You can pull up that image to the new screen.
All right. Wait till you see mine. I'm coming. I go live later on tonight.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah. Around 8:00. So we'll see. I ain't got no battles yet though, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So what Coach Jess
in my own league, like somebody that's like has no league.
Well, and that's what you can do with the co-host feature. You can request some friends battles, or you can go into the WhatsApp for us and just ask somebody, "Hey, I'm going live. Would you like to battle with me? I want to practice it." Yeah, friendly battle. Yep. Where do you go to battle? Okay, perfect. All right, take care. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. Favorite Nikki, I see your question. You said, where do you go to battle? If you are in your live, Kevin, stop it. Mommy has one more thing to do, so stop it. If you are in your live, you click co-host. Our fragments and shield the same. No, they're not. You click co-host to co-host with somebody. They're gonna be in your room. You're in your room, and you have the co-host feature, and then it'll give you people who you know, your friends that are currently live and are hosting their room. You can select those people to see if they want to co-host with you, or you can scroll down and it'll give you suggested creators, suggested folks that are currently live as well, and then you can see how many people they have in their room. I think you can also see their league. So there's a couple things that you can see to help you decide if you want to request them. You know how when you're in a live and it pops up and it says this person has requested you and you decline them? That's essentially what you would be doing to them. You said I didn't link up. Sorry. You were so close too. I'm sure you were super close by the time we got off last night. Wow. Yeah, I think you were like at 2%. Yeah, so you can do that and just request people to battle, and that's what Coach Jesse was doing last night. Yeah, it's an overlay. So, Nika, fragments are different than shields. Fragments are, you'll see when you're in your league, when the league, there's a little symbol that is the fragment. And the fragment is saying, okay, you, for the day, you have got enough fragments to stay locked into this position for the day. So you're collecting fragments along the way. Shield allows you to stay locked into that league throughout a period of time. I want to say 7 days now. Okay. So I need to go back and look it up. But that question mark, if you go look at the question mark, it breaks it down for you all. But the fragment says, okay, if you got to top 20% and you collected enough fragments, that'll keep you on top 20% for the day. For where you're at if you go live again. So if you're somebody like me and say my morning live is 10 o'clock, I got to top, I don't know, 50%. I collected a fragment along the way that'll keep me at 50%. I won't drop below 50%. And then when I go live at 4, it'll keep me there. So it's like a protection. Okay. Shields, CYA, cover. Yes, they do. They cover you for a little bit. You stay in that league for a little bit. Yes. All right, friends. Let y'all go. I got to get to a 12 o'clock meeting, and I got to get this boy out my room. All right. I'm going to chat with y'all later. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. I'll be back at 4. Cameron Allen Crump. Stop it. You're doing too much.